G'day and welcome to Zoom TV, the show where we explore everything that flies, drives and floats and take you along for the experience. Aaron Pitt, how are you?
Allan Simons, I'm great. I'm very excited. I'm very happy because today we announced a new partnership and we happen to be right here.
How did that work? Great people, really good product. It's Northside Nissan.
It is Northside Nissan. Now, Northside Nissan have given me a car that they want you to drive. Well, lent me a car they want me to.
And I'm really looking forward to it. It is a really terrific, very exciting 100% electric car. No petrol in sight. It's got to be good. And what are you up to, big guy?
Well, Allan, I'm going to meet the leader, the person that heads up the operation here at Northside Nissan and find out exactly what makes them tick.
The key really has always been getting the staff right, making sure they're happy and letting that flow on to the customer.
I look at the new Ford ST, thanks to John Hughes.
And you must have another celebrity hitchhiker for us. Who have you got?
You know I do, and it's actually Tom Wren from Winners and Losers, thanks to John Hughes and the Sander.
Sometimes I feel like Sophie keeps things from me.
So, mate, you ready to go exploring?
I am ready to go.
Okay, well, let's go, because it's time for Zoom TV. Way back in 1974, when Stevie Wonder, the Beach Boys and ABBA topped the charts, when the average wage was less than $15,000 a year, fuel less than 60 cents a gallon, and a new car cost you less than $4,000, a Datsun dealership was born here in Wangara, Western Australia. 39 years on, and that little Datsun dealership is all grown up. It's evolved now to represent Nissan, moved to a brand new home, is one of the most successful vehicle dealerships in WA, and now is proudly adopted by Australia's largest motoring group, the Automotive Holdings Group. So how does a car dealership survive wars, recessions, and milli vanilli? Well, let's go find out. Richard, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Thank you first for coming on the show and showing us through. We're really happy to be part of Northside Nissan now. There's a lot of history here.
There is a lot of history here. We'll be celebrating our 40th year as a Nissan dealer, firstly Datsun, now Nissan, next year. So there's plenty of history and plenty of customers and certainly staff been through the building.
Now, Richard, with that, there's a lot of success coming out of Northside Nissan. What are the secrets?
My personal opinion, the secrets for this particular dealership has been the staff and our ability to get the staff to be happy, to be positive and to be motivated. We find that that's easier with the manufacturer being Nissan and the product that we get. That makes it easy. You know, we don't have customers all the time that are having issues, but the key really has always been getting the staff right, making sure they're happy and letting that flow on to the customer.
One thing that you're a part of that is very powerful within Australian motoring is AHG, Automotive Holdings Group. How does that influence your dealership?
Well, being part of AHG, the benefit that you get from that is their philosophy and their process. One of the key things that they encourage more than anything else is people development. It's their key philosophy. So I started off with them not as a dealer principal. I started off with them as a manager, and they helped promote me through, they helped train me and get me to where I needed to be and wanted to be.
Now, Richard, you've definitely got some great cars here. You've got some great things to sell. The GTR, you must love selling that.
Yeah, the GTR was one of the highlights for me, my time here at Northside. We were awarded the franchise, and from day one, our passion for the product has shown great rewards for both us and for the customer.
We're going to be going out on a drive day later in the year with some of your GTR owners?
Yep, and we look forward to obviously being able to do that. It's one of shall we say, our favourite times where we can pass back to our customers, you know, the support that they've given us, we can give it back to them in return.
You're lending Allan the Leaf to drive a little bit later and give his thoughts and share it with everyone at home. What are your thoughts on the Leaf?
The Leaf is something that's very new to Australia. It's very unique. It's the first and only, from Nissan's point of view, electric car, no engine. So no exhaust, no smells, no carbon being polluted into the world.
Okay, now just on the quiet, he did ask if he could borrow my mobile phone charger in case it went flat. So I don't think he's looked into it that much, but thank you very much for having us.
Absolute
and
pleasure.
Thanks very much for your support. We look forward to having a brilliant time with you over the next couple of months.
And thank you very much as well.
Northside Nissan also offer a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Can service your car in less than 60 minutes via their Nissan Express service facilities, and if you own a Nissan, take advantage of Nissan Cap Price servicing and service your car with no surprises. They can also help you with their on-site finance solutions. So no matter what you're looking for, new, pre-owned, servicing, finance, or just good old-fashioned advice, get in and see the professionals here at Northside Nissan. Go to northsidenissan.com.au or follow the links from Zoom TV.
Well, we're having a lot of fun here at Northside Nissan, but some of the sales stuff, I've got to tell you, a little bit... do you know what the horsepower rating is on this beautiful Leaf? No. Stop horsing around. After the break, we get to go for a ride in this Leaf. Why the long face? So join us then. As you know, a car isn't just a car. It's a passion. And that's why we've come to Northside Nissan here in Perth's northern suburbs. They have a car here for every budget and every requirement, whether it's fun, work, or adrenaline. Northside is Western Australia's top Nissan dealership, Australia's biggest new and pre-owned GTR dealer, and a member of Australia's largest motoring group, AHG. They also hold Nissan's prestigious Platinum Dealership Award and have held it every year consecutively since 2006. The entire Nissan range is on display here, and of course they've also got all your servicing and finance needs covered in the one location, only 20 minutes north of the CBD. But that's not really why we're here today. We're here for the Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf is 100% electric. You'll never put even a drop of petrol in it, ever. It produces zero CO2 tailpipe emissions. In fact, it doesn't even have a tailpipe. Instead, it depends on one of the most advanced lithium-ion batteries ever developed. The Nissan Leaf is a little bit out of this world when compared with any other car on sale today. It has so many features that'll make you go, oh, that's a great idea, that even if it wasn't an electric car, it'd still be a very cool vehicle to own. The Leaf is so vastly original, it'll change the way you think about and drive cars for many years to come. What am I talking about? Let's have a look. For example, you can tell it to start up the air conditioning or heater at 7 a.m. in preparation for your drive to work at 7:15. It has a mobile SIM card built in, so it constantly updates itself with new info, new charging stations, vehicle updates. You can find out remotely from your iPhone how much charge your car has left, and even tell it to begin or stop charging remotely. And the onboard computer system will even tell you your driving range on a map and nearby recharging stations. Seriously, it's like a technological revolution. The whole car is like some super smart computer, only this one's on our side. Now, it won't make you a double decaf soy skinny latte or whatever the popular drink is at the moment, but its onboard computer will suggest places that can. For those of us still trying to get our heads around electric vehicles as opposed to hybrids, the main difference between the Nissan Leaf and a hybrid like the Prius is that the Leaf doesn't have a petrol motor at all. While the Prius can run on electric power alone for no more than a kilometre or two at best, the Leaf runs entirely on its electric motor for up to 170 kilometres. Now, as far as drivability is concerned, you'll feel the Leaf accelerate like a sports car. It's kind of an odd feeling really, because there's absolutely no engine noise or vibration. The gear stick is very tiny and easy to operate. Simply slide it to the right, pull it back towards you, you're in drive and ready to go. Perfect for the Australian climate, the rear spoiler's solar panel converts sunlight into energy for the 12-volt battery, which helps to power many of the interior accessories. So how do we charge the Leaf? Well, you can charge it at home by just plugging it in there, or there are charging stations around the cities and towns. Drive to work in the morning, drive home at night, plug it in, and you're set to go the next morning. It's that easy. Spending 30 minutes behind the wheel of a Nissan Leaf was an eye-opener. It's truly the first full electric car that you can live with. It's comfortable, it drives well, it's full of technology, and it has enough juice to get us around on a daily basis. The Nissan Leaf is really just like any other modern car you'll ever own. Oh, and by the way, it has the full 5-star ANCAP safety rating. The only real difference, I guess, is that you'll never, ever have to visit one of those smelly petrol stations ever again. The Leaf is touching down soon at Northside Nissan, so visit their showroom at Berriman Drive, Wangara, northsidenissan.com.au, or follow the links from Zoom TV.
If you've ever wanted to service your car and you've thought to yourself, oh, it's going to take all day, well, Northside Nissan, they don't, because they can service your car in less than an hour. What happens is 2 mechanics work on your car simultaneously, but you have to book ahead, otherwise you might be disappointed. And if you own a Nissan, they can also offer you cap price servicing, so make sure you check that out as well. Now, talking about checking it out, after the break, I check out the all-new Ford Focus ST. I can't wait. Catch you after the break here on Zoom TV. Ford have used the letters XR on their sports cars in Australia since the very early 90s. And what does XR stand for? Well, some enthusiasts will tell you it stands for extreme racing, others experimental racing, or even extreme research. I tried to find out from Ford, and as yet I have no definitive answer. I jumped online as you do, and it was there that I discovered that although there were several quite plausible definitions to the question, all translations had the same meaning, and that was a special sports enhanced model. So let's go with that. So what's my point? Well, Ford, after years, in fact decades of attaching XR to their Australian sold sports cars, cars like the XR6, the XR8, the XR2 and the XR5, are this year dropping it from their sports focus and going with the more globally identified ST, which I can definitively tell you stands for sports technology. So now we all know what we're going to get. The Ford Focus is a hot hatch, which is another term that may cause some debate with car lovers. My research tells me that the term was officially used in the 80s by manufacturers, but actual cars that have qualified for the nickname were built way back in the early 70s. Hot hatch is a nickname given to hot hatchbacks, and those that qualify are generally born from family-orientated hatches, the difference being all the sport add-ons. This takes into account the sport's look, drive and handling of the hatch, which is why I would use the term with the new 2013 Ford Focus ST. John, what I want to focus on today is this brand new ST Ford.
Isn't it absolutely fantastic? This is the ST Focus. It's the world car of Ford, the sports car. It's got a 2-litre EcoBoost engine, so not only do you get heaps of power, you've got plenty of economy. So easy to park, still enough room inside, 6-speed floor shift, just absolutely fantastic.
The ST looks the part, I love the new colours and I love the shape. It sits on big 18-inch alloy wheels wrapped in Goodyear Eagles, which really help it stick to the road and of course adds a touch of aggression. Plus, Ford have given it daytime LED running lamps, a dual-centred twin exhaust, sports suspension and finished it all off with a trapezoidal grille. On the inside, you get loads of technology, something that Ford's applying to its entire range. But on the inside of the ST, you get leather Recaro seats, which hug you and tell you, go fast. Everything will be okay. Powering the ST is a 2-litre GTDI 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine. It's a cool way of explaining the combination of direct injection with turbocharged technology. Put simply, this helps you get more power and economy out of a small engine. It's pretty cool. You also get Ford's new electric power-assisted steering. Now what that does is, depending on how fast you're going, it will change the way the steering feels. So say if you're parking and you're going slow, it's light. But when you're going fast, it adds weight to the steering, therefore increasing your control and of course comfort. The ST comes with push-button start, Ford's capless refuelling system, park assist, reverse camera, sat-nav and Ford's very smart voice control that allows you to interact with the ST's audio system. Help!
Voice settings help.
And of course, it comes packed with active and passive safety features, giving it a 5-star safety rating. And finally, the ST is only available in a silky smooth 6-speed manual, which makes it a lot of fun to drive, and so it should be. After all, it is a hot hatch. To find out more, drop in and see our friends at John Hughes. Go to johnhughes.com.au or follow the links from Zoom TV.
Buying a car is a totally personal thing. Now, you may be a city driver, so small and zippy is a good thing for you. But what if you also like long trips down south for the weekend? If that's the case, then you're going to need something less agile and something that's going to last the distance. So what do? Well, there's an easy fix for that. You get yourself an all-new Suzuki Swift. It's all about dynamic contemporary design and top-of-the-range craftsmanship. And whilst there are 3 models available, today I'm checking out the cream of the crop, top-of-the-range GLX. There's no denying that to look at, the Swift is cute, small, and it looks like a fun car to drive, but it actually has a lot more grunt than people give it credit for. It's packed full of extra features which also make it bigger than it actually is. To get the technical stuff out of the way, you should know that the GLX is fitted with a 1.4 litre 4-cylinder VVT engine, which is a very decent engine for a car this size. First tick, it looks great, but the magic really happens when you get inside. The interior is very sleek and there's lots of technology too. Let me show you. You can stop and start the engine with a push of a button. And whilst I'm on that, you've got all the buttons you need to take control on the steering wheel, plus the safety of Bluetooth connectivity. The GLX has been given a 5-star ANCAP safety rating too, and is packed with added safety features like 7 airbags and electronic stability control, which basically helps rescue you should you lose control of the car. The Swift has it all, CD player and USB connectivity, which means you can plug in your iPod and off you go. Mind, Suzuki's Total Effective Control Technology concept, TECT, has been implemented so the GLX is fitted with higher strength steel for greater safety. So if you like what you see, you need to take this for a test drive. For a good price, go see the guys at Melbourne Suzuki, or for more information, go to zoomtv.com.au and follow the links.
Tom, how are you?
Good, mate. How you doing?
Mate, thanks for getting in the back of the van. Now,
It's all right.
Most people freak out, but you're doing okay. Just breathe through it.
Yeah, well, look, I've been in a chopper today, so I think from, in comparison, this is pretty relaxed.
Mate, this is the Zoom-mobile, so it's fitted out better than a chopper.
Yeah?
Bit more,
I don't know about that, actually. The chopper was $8 million. How much is this worth?
Oh, well, we'll pass on that. We don't want to hurt your feelings. Now, you work on winners and losers.
I do.
Okay, which is one of the, I suppose, the success stories of Australian production.
Let's do what?
Tell us about how you scored the role and how you got there.
I scored it. I actually was, I was a reader for the girls when they were auditioning the girls, and at the end of the day they said, would you mind learning this script and come back in tomorrow morning and put a test down? And so then the next thing I was in Melbourne testing with Mel Vallejo, and we now have been working together for almost 3 years, I think, or 2.5 years.
The show just keeps growing and
Yeah.
I suppose evolving. It's a good show to watch.
Yeah, I think if it, as long as it does sort of evolve and change, then it should keep going for a hell of a long time. There's no reason why it can't, It's it's a good premise. It's sort of started off with 4 girls living in Melbourne, and I don't know. It's sort of, as long as you look at the lives of people in inner city Melbourne, then it can go anywhere.
Yeah, you never know. Now, talking about going anywhere, your career, it must have started somewhere. So just take us through, I suppose, the summary of the points in your career, how you got to where you are today.
I started off doing an arts comm degree at Melbourne Uni, so I was going to go down a completely different, route, and then I did a play at uni about Errol Flynn, and it was just like the best experience ever. I just kind of loved it, and then sort of went overseas for a while and came back and got into drama school. Graduated from drama school and then just been doing theatre, pretty much for sort of 3 or 4 years with like tiny little bits of telly, and then this came along.
Okay, now it's time to get deep. It's time for the Asander Fast 5. You ready for it?
Sure.
Okay, so the first question is, what was the first car you ever owned?
I still own it.
There you go. What is it?
Subaru Liberty.
You've got to love the
It's
Subaru.
1991 Subaru Liberty. I got it when I was 18, and it's still alive today.
What would be your opinion of the best car on the road today?
It's like the Renault Megane Trophy Sport or something.
Okay.
The French police turned around and said, we need something to catch all the bad guys. It's got to be fast, it's got to be awesome, and of course it's French, so it's pretty sexy.
Now, what is your opinion of the worst car ever made, for any reason?
I'll tell you what, the Volkswagen Up looks pretty bad. I reckon I wouldn't be caught dead driving that.
Final question. This is going to stump you, I know it is. Your biggest fear?
My biggest fear, I just talked about that today. I My biggest fear, I swallowed as I talked about it. My biggest fear is crashing in a plane in the middle of the Pacific or Indian Ocean and being like one of 2 survivors and just getting eaten slowly by sharks and and just never getting picked up, just drowning.
That would just make an awesome movie, I think, just as they kept coming around.
Yeah. I think it's been done. I think it's called Open Water.
Oh, there you go.
But it's definitely like, I can't think of anything worse.
Well, mate, I don't want you to get stuck in the back of the Zoomobile, so I'm going to wrap it up and let you out of here, okay? Well, mate, I've had a ball. How was your day?
Terrific day, mate. That Nissan Leaf was very exciting, 100% electric, and I kid you not, you put your foot down at the lights and it takes off like a sports car.
Are you sure?
Absolutely sure.
Well,
I would not tell a fib.
I'm impressed, but I'm thinking you might have had your iPhone plugged in just to give it a bit more power. Now, the people here at Northside have been fantastic. Later in the year, Alan, we're going to be actually driving in one of these.
Wonderful, but I've noticed in the back not one kiddie seat.
There's not, but there you go. Alan doesn't have kids. Now, if you want to log on to zoomtv.com.au, become a Zoomaholic and send through your videos, people. Make sure you do it. Get involved.
Thanks for being with us, and bye for now.
Bye for now. Thanks for watching, Colm. I don't need to lift home. It's been a long day.
Okie dokie.
And that's a wrap.